Hello and welcome to another Close to My Heart Twisted Sisters YouTube hop. My name is Sandy Zimmer and I'm a Close to My Heart maker from Canada. Today we will be making this card, which has been twisted from this stamp set. Pumpkins to flowers, here we go. So we begin by stamping various images onto post-it notes and then fussy cutting them out. It is important to stamp on the portion of the post-it note that has the sticky behind it. So I go through and I fussy cut or stamp and fussy cut all of them, and then I just put them on the carrier sheet just to know where they are. And I start to stamp my images on my card base. Once I've stamped my images, I carefully place the masks over top and continue to stamp. I begin from the foreground and work my way through to the background. And of course, I use my pumpkin stamp upside down to create the flowers. These pumpkins, I think, make great flowers. And it's a great twist and stretches the use of these wonderful stamps. I really do hope you'll give this a try. So as we go along, I move my fussy cut masks and continue to stamp. You can make as many masks as you need or you feel you need. I just continue to reuse them and move them around as I stamped. So you will see in a moment here that I made a bit of a faux pas when I stamped and I rockered one of my images and created a bit of a mess on my card. But I decided to leave that in and show you how to overcome that obstacle if this ever happens to you. So here I am finishing up my stamping. And you'll see in a moment that I will go in with my fine tip marker as well and just add in any lines that might be missing. I went ahead and I colored most of this card off camera, and then there you can see there's where my image, I decided that I was going to just stamp that little part of the pumpkin that I made a mess of and then add it to my card rather than redoing the whole thing. I decided to color most of this off camera and then just show you with the tri-blend markers a little bit of how to put it together at the end. So I start with my lightest color. Our tri-blend markers are called tri-blend because there's three colors, or three shades, pardon me, of the same color. So I start with my lightest, then I go to my medium. And in a moment you'll see me go to the darkest. And that just helps to create some dimension. I did speed this up so that you don't have to watch me color the whole thing in slow motion. And then I switch to my green, of course. And this one I decide to start with my medium color and then add a little depth going into the dark. And again, I go in with my black marker there just to fill in any lines. And then you'll see my other little smudge mark that I did when I rockered it. So I'm using this stamp set and it's got a cute little paint splotch on it. So I just take that off the carrier sheet and I don't even bother putting it on a block. I actually just attach it to the end of my finger, grab my lagoon, and then just go ahead and stamp it. And I do first and second generation stamping, which means I didn't necessarily re-ink in between each one. And that just helps to create a little bit of interest, and it also hides that mistake that I made. So I place that back on that carrier sheet. This is a great stamp set for so many things. Then I go in with my fine tip marker and I just create a little bit of a doodle border I just freehand it. I don't worry too much about the lines being straight. Put a couple of dots in between every now and again just to sort of go with those paint splotches. And this is something you can do or not do, but don't stress about it. Just go ahead and give it a shot. So next I show you how I use this stamp set, which you would think is just floral, but I love this happy birthday sentiment. So I put that on my block. Again, I pull out my Lagoon ink and I just stamp my happy birthday sentiment on there. I felt like this was a nice mix with this floral creation. So that is pretty much it. I'll just put that on a card base and finish it off. I just wanted to show you the stamps that I actually used for this. And then I will show you my finished card, as well as a couple others that I did with purple and pink. I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll follow on with our hop to see what the other sisters have created. Tina is up next at 7 p.m. tonight. You can see a complete list of all of our members and when their posts will go live. Be sure to check them all out. We're such a creative bunch. Please ring the bell, like, share, and comment. I'd love to hear from you. You can also follow me on my consultant Facebook page and visit my website to order product. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.